I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NY Mania.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.
I put in the wrong chat.
Well, good morning, everyone. An exciting day here in New York on NY Yankee Mania. Man, oh man, my head's exploding. First of all, good morning to Sean Browning and Johnny Salami. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. What a day. What a day, everyone. Welcome to the New York Yankees season that's going to get unveiled today at 1 p.m. And we've got exciting news for you, everyone. Johnny Salami and myself, as a surprise to all of you and our fans and the fans of the New York Yankees, we will be doing the play-by-play today at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. right here on NY Yankee Mania. Also, Johnny Salami is going to put out the link, and if you could put that in the chat for our new channel, which we'll talk about in a couple of minutes, but I wanted to say hello to everyone right now. Sean Browning, good morning, and Johnny Salami, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. No, guys, and hey, everyone in the chat, good morning. And how about the U.S. women's hockey team?
Yes.
Yep. Salute, salute, salute. We've got champions here in America, and we're very, very happy for USA. We are really, really happy. And you know what, fans? Celebrate, because it's something special, 100% special. And we are very, very excited and very, very happy. So with that, I really appreciate everybody to hold up a glass today and salute the hockey team. Well done there, Mr. Sean Browning. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
We got the water. I'm saving my coffee for Jess, our guest, Jess Blaylock, who's a big coffee drinker.
Seltzer water.
There you go.
I got it.
You have that depth there, all of that. So that's pretty cool, everyone. I want to let everybody know that what Johnny Salami put on there, if you don't know by now, we are launching a second channel, hopefully sometime later today, and it's called NY Mania Entertainment. And what that basically is, it's going to make it easy for NY Yankee Mania fans. We concentrate on the Yankees, sports, and whatever content and entertainment will go on that station. You'll have access to all of that. All you have to do is subscribe. And Johnny Salami has put the link on there for everyone. You please go to it, subscribe, press the like button, and you're all set. You'll get all the notifications. It's a really, really exciting time, everyone. And we're hoping to launch the first show tomorrow night, which is NY Mania After Dark at midnight on our new channel of NY Mania Entertainment. And we're going to have quite a few shows on that next week, including the big one Monday morning at 11:30, where we're going to have the golden ticket of Julia. I'm so excited. I can't even say names this morning. Sienna will be coming on. She picked us first before Access Hollywood and Entertainment Tonight and local news and big news and everything. We should be very proud and happy, and that's all because of you fans. Thank you so much. So you need to subscribe to just press that subscribe button for NY Mania Entertainment. It's real important because and I already have a couple of videos that did very, very well. We have an entertainment show on Thursday night at 8 p.m. with Katharina Michio and Chef Nick and Maria Venuto, and the debut of Angelo Venuto, who travels all around the world. He's been on every platform. Italy. He's sung with Andrea Bocelli and all kinds of different entertainers. It's going to be a great show, everyone. So you got to come and view that show live and have your questions ready. It'll be exciting. So much to grasp, everyone. And of course, today at 1 p.m., Johnny Salami and myself will bring you the play-by-play as a special gift to you because what you're doing for us. And we really, really appreciate it. And of course, tomorrow we debut the Yankees at home with Ken from the Yankees, The Ugly Truth. It's so much. I need 3 hours to explain everything to everybody, but this is a lot of fun. We're going to send this off now to Sean Brownie and to Johnny Salami. We will be back with you around 10:25 for the very talented and beautiful interview with Jess Blaylock. So hang in there, everybody. Thank you. Please give love to Sean Browning and Johnny Salami, and we'll talk to you later, everyone. Guys, take it away.
Let's do it. All right, Sean, this is what it's all about. I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to Disneyland. Baseball is here. Yes, it's spring training. I get it. It's still cold. It's winter up here in the Northeast, but listen, it feels like it's getting warmer already. This is what it's all about. I feel like a kid. I'm excited. I can't wait for 1 p.m. Not only able to watch the game, but I'll be able to call the game with nobody better than Joe. So this is awesome. It's a big opportunity. This will be my debut of calling the game. It's spring training. You could work out the kinks, so we're ready for the full season once it comes along. But what makes you most excited for the debut of baseball today, Sean?
Well, are you kidding me? Is there anything better than Yankees baseball? But no, yeah, I'm excited because you get to see these guys, and then you also get to see these young prospects. Like they're starting Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, ERC. He's starting today. You got all these mix of veterans and things, and everybody gets together and they're trying to figure out the team and who's gonna go break camp and go up to the Bronx at the end of the spring training. So I'm excited for that, the games, but also it's just like you said. I mean, it's spring. Is there anything better as we prepare for spring than baseball, especially Yankees baseball? Spring training baseball is fun. And then we got the World Baseball Classic next month. So then we get to have a better look at even the prospects while we're watching our stars go play for USA. And we'll watch all the other stars go play for their respective countries. And everybody's going to have a good time watching all of this. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just it's all excited. Plus, I mean, I'm still excited and pumped up with our dominating U.S. women's hockey team winning gold.
Let's go USA.
An overtime thriller. I mean, it's just been awesome. Our men are doing well. We got to root them on to hopefully they can win in the semis and then go into the gold medal match. But, you know, it's exciting as Olympics are closing and baseball starts. It's like, hey, as a sports fan, you're like, what?
Yeah,
I get to have
amazing. I'm excited. And one thing I can tell everybody, and yes, congratulations to the women's hockey team. I know recent years have been kind of a little more of a rivalry between the U.S. and Canada, but listen, we love you, Canada. No matter what's going on in the world, you guys are awesome. You're like brothers to me. I've met people in my travels from Canada, and you guys are amazing. So we love you no matter what. The thing with baseball, and if I can tell everybody right now, no matter if you're into spring training or say, hey, you know what, I really want to watch spring training. I want to kind of just, start following when the season starts. And that's totally fine. I respect that. But listen, we don't know what's going to happen after this season. We don't know if baseball is going to be around with this new CBA. We don't know how long of a lockout it's going to be. So I say take in every single moment of this season, both in the spring training, regular season and postseason, take every moment in World Baseball Classic because we don't know what's going to happen after this. So I'm going to take in as much as I can and enjoy every single moment. Even if the Yankees aren't doing well, I'm going to take those little moments where maybe Aaron Judge hits the home run, McMahon makes an amazing play. So any little moment I'm going to take in and I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. I'm not going to let, losing or any bad moments really get to me. I'm just going to say, hey, I'm going to appreciate this sport for what it is because I don't know what's going to happen. It might be taken away from me for 2027. That's how I feel.
Well, yeah, and I mean, especially where we had this issue with Tony Clark, head of the baseball union. He resigns, and then they just got a new guy, so you don't know how it's going to affect the negotiations and the standstill between owners and the players union. So yeah, it's a whole lot of things, and yeah, we don't know. There's no guarantee. We could get a lockout right after the end of the World Series, or right before spring training, and they just tell us, no baseball. Whatever happens, let's enjoy 2026. Let's root on the Yankees like our lives depend on it, and enjoy it like you said, because and then there's no guarantee that baseball could survive another strike or another lockout. We barely survived '94, so.
Yeah, 94 was brutal. Even, it caused there to be no World Series, which is terrible because at the time before that lockout started, the Montreal Expos were in first place and they were playing some decent baseball. Now, we don't know what was going to be the end of that, the end result, where they've been, so well that they won the World Series, their actual first World Series ever. Maybe they would have still been in Montreal. We don't know. But that's kind of what happens. But yeah, I just say appreciate every moment this season, both during spring training, regular season. Don't get too worked up over, losses and stuff like that. Yes, it does affect you, and it does, I'm not going to be happy when they lose, but I'm going to take in every little moment. This is even the little key moments, because that's what's going to be important for this season. Because end of the day, I'm a baseball fan before I'm a Yankee fan. So starting today, are you anything in particular you're going to want to see in the debut of baseball for today with the Yankees?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to look back up the lineup, but I mean, I know Austin Wells, they got him leading off. So I mean, that's kind of, I want to see how they kind of figure out leadoff spot throughout spring training. But yeah, I'm just excited. I want to see how ERC does. I mean, I know it's like 2 or 3 innings they're probably going to have him do, and as they work up. But also, I just want to see all these guys just play well. And in spring training, I know a lot of people don't care too much on the record, wins, loss. But I care more about the developing and seeing how things shape out for the regular season. I mean, yes, sometimes it hurts when your team loses, but it's just fun. You get to enjoy baseball, and then you see, like I said, you see all these different people coming in and playing pretty well. And I think Judge is playing in one of these 2 games today or tomorrow. But that's gonna be fired up because you get to see him before he goes off to be Captain America for the Team USA. So
Yes, yeah. So that's the other thing too. We're really going to see him for maybe a couple of games before he goes to play for Team USA for the World Baseball Classic. So that's actually what's actually pretty important about these first couple of games in spring training. So that's definitely a thing. Somebody I kind of hope maybe we won't see him in the first game, but I would love to see come up. Maybe he'll come up when Judge is playing in the World Baseball Classic. He'll give him opportunity, but I kind of want to see Spencer Jones come up and play. I just want to see him at bat. I know he was a big buzz during last season down in the minors. I know I've seen a clip of him. He actually struck out. That's not no knock on him. It was just, happened to just be the clip. But I want to see, is he going to hit a whole bunch of home runs in spring training? How is he going to play? Is he going to make an impact where they say, you know what, maybe we can keep him on the roster? Is that something that's going to happen? Or, this is something where they're going to showcase his talents to other teams in spring training and say, okay, we're going to make a move, sometime during the season for something else that we need.
Yeah. And, yeah, no, that's good. I think it's going to be a 3-way battle for that fourth outfielder spot. Dominguez, Spencer Jones, Nick Torres. You know, I mean, obviously you also have Cabrera and Rosario who can play outfield as well. But I think between those three, it's got to be who wants it more. But yeah, I would love to see Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez. Let's see if Spencer Jones can force his way onto the roster breaking camp into the majors. You know, Volpe did it a few years ago where he played his way and won the shortstop spot outright. And that's another thing I like too is that they're actually saying it's an open battle for shortstop. Like even, and then also I want to give a shout out to Real Bill for getting the membership, getting that membership to NY Yankee Mania. Thank you, Real Bill. You're a legend. And but yeah, that's a whole shortstop battle. Caballero, Volpe. Even if Volpe's ahead of schedule and he's not gonna be like heir apparent at shortstop. You know, like it's not gonna be given to him, from what they're saying. What do you think on that?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like all these positions right now, they're going to have to work for it. That's how I feel. Even in with Anthony Volpe as well. In that situation, I've seen him actually fielding as well. I know he's not 100% yet physically. I know he still has to do some healing. After the surgery and stuff like that, and he also has to do some rehab. And that's him playing in the field lightly before he can start. But I agree. People are going to have to fight for these positions. They're both in the outfield and also in for the infield as well. But I wish everybody the best. I hope the best man wins. And I hope, it's not just something, temporarily where they play really good at first and then later on they kind of don't do as well, and then we get rid of the player who ends up being the better player. I know that happens sometimes. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this situation. But I'm going to stay positive. Like I said, we don't know what's going to happen after the season. Yeah. So let's just go.
But I mean, it's going to be positive. And then speaking of that, the potential Cole and Rodon, all the good news that's coming from them being ahead of schedule.
Yep.
They're probably going to make some spring training starts. You may see them 2 or 3 which is typical for starters as they build up toward the regular season. But I'm just excited to see that because now we get to have 3 aces in our rotation, or an ace, a pseudo ace, and then a guy who can be a 2-3 and if need be step up and be an ace if he has to, and Rodon. So that's kind of like. We got our 3 big guys in the rotation, and 2 of them are, ahead of schedule from coming back from injuries.
Yeah, I agree. I think pitching is probably the most exciting thing about this team going into this season. Both with, last year we had the absence of Cole. And for that situation of not having Garrett Cole, we actually played pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Believe it or not. If you told us, hey, this team is going to go into the season without Soto and Cole and still, get 94 wins, is pretty amazing. Actually be tied for first. Yes, we technically lost the tiebreaker because we lost the season series to Toronto, but we were a first place team, which is pretty awesome. So it kind of makes you think, if these Cole comes back and Rodon and they are healthy and they play well, there might be a lot of good things going on for this team in 2026.
Oh, yeah. And then, go ahead.
Go. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm terrible at that.
No, it's all right.
And another 2 things that are pretty awesome is with Weathers, and I'm going to say his last name wrong because I heard it pronounced several different ways, but Granje. And I know that's not the right way, but that's the way I'm pronouncing it for right now. I've heard it pronounced several ways.
I'm
really excited about him as well. So
yeah,
I'm feeling good about this pitching staff.
It is kind of hard because I've heard 2 two or three different ways, and I'm like,
Yeah,
is the G silent? Is it not silent?
exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see him as well. But also I'm excited to see Spencer Jones, and excited to see what Nick Torres and some of these guys that can Bro Bush, but Brian Cashman got that got us, the bench guys he brought in, the Seth Browns, the Nick Torres, even Paula Goldschmidt. I love the fact that we added him, the mentor. Um And then even you got Seth Brown who can play different positions. But you also got Paul Jejong. I'm excited to see how he's gonna play. Because I want to see how this team plays. And I mean the comments that Judge and Stanton have made, they're very key. Because it lets me know that they got a different mindset this time around. Because you heard what was it, Stanton, he said being a New York Yankee means being a World Series champion, or something along the lines that I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, it's good. I'm like, yes, that, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, I know what I want, what we want as a team, because Judge says something along the same lines, like, we're here for the World Series to be a World Series champion. And I'd rather have a team like that than, oh, hey, I'm just glad to be back and playing baseball.
Yeah, exactly. That's something too I noticed. Yeah, I haven't really seen recently until Stanton and Judge were, at those press conferences, but the little more vocal, they kind of mentioned too about how the Yankees weren't making moves during the offseason. They were kind of like, hey, like, we were aware of it and we kind of, expressed our concerns about that. So it's actually that's a little different. It's something you haven't really seen in a while from this team, where the players are being vocal because they try to be more corporate. They try to answer the, certain ways. And I respect that. But even they were concerned. I still don't think they were being 100% honest, and this is no knock on Judge or Stanton, but I still think they feel the Yankees should have made a few more moves. And I think most people could agree they could have maybe gone and maybe got another, maybe right-handed contact hitter. That's my biggest thing I feel is hurting this going into 2026. And I don't think that's, being unreasonable. I feel like it's something we could have used. And there was players out there that we could have maybe, picked up. Unfortunately, we just never did.
No, and I mean, none of us really know what goes on in that GM office. And among other GMs. But yeah, I mean, there's some moves like we don't have a leadoff guy. But hearing the Judge and Stanton were like, hey, we were frustrated that and then they made it clear that it was like more the process that was frustrating. How long you had to wait to get Cody Bellinger across the finish line, all that other stuff. And it was like the Cody Bellinger, the Scott Boras holdout, and maybe Cashman could have done a better job making other moves around. Why he waited Boras out? Because it was pretty much the Yankees were the only really bidding on. It was Brian Cashman versus Scott Boras versus Brian Cashman.
Yeah, that whole Cody Bellinger thing played out so long. Every time we did the wrap-up show on Sunday night, it felt like it was Groundhog Day because we kept talking about Cody Bellinger. It's like, come on, just sign already, man. Make it happen, man. Let's go. Let's get this team ready for 2026. But thankfully, it finally happened. Actually something I was excited about. He just felt like a Yankee. And the same thing for Paul Goldschmidt. He just felt like a Yankee last year. He just knows, like, okay, this guy was meant to be a Yankee, so I was happy to get him back. Now I know his role has changed. I know the Yankees love platooning. They love platooning. All right. I hope they don't do that too much with Goldschmidt. Like, he could come in for relief and stuff, but I really, really, really hope they give Ben Rice the opportunity to play a lot of games, because I think the more we're going to see Ben Rice, the better it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
I'm making a prediction here, and call me crazy, call me insane. I don't care. It's what I feel. I feel Ben Rice can either, he can be in front of Judge in the lineup, and we can see something a little bit similar to what we had with Judge and Soto. Now, maybe not to that high of a caliber, but I feel like Ben Rice can be that guy. He can fill that void that we lost last year when Soto went to the Mets. I know people are going to say, hey, you're insane for thinking that, but I see a lot of potential in Ben Rice. Like I said, I don't think it'll be as high as that caliber, but it's going to be pretty darn good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I could see Ben Rice being there, but I mean, it's kind of nice because Bellinger is kind of that. He was kind of like that Soto replacement, a big bat, big lefty bat. You know, man, I know they're two different type of player, but you know, and he's a more lead defense, obviously, but you know, he's a guy that's a clutch guy with a 2-strike. But it's nice that Ben Rice has that potential, and he's kind of been stepping up to it. And what I think is, and my prediction is, he's going to get a bulk of the playing at first base. But with Seth Brown and Paul Goldschmidt will probably be like the two guys that kind of platoon with him most of the time, and maybe Nick Norrie from give it, you know, situations. Because Paul Goldschmidt, one thing I found interesting, he turned down that starting role with Arizona, right? The 12 million, whatever it was, because he was like, nah, I can't handle it in my body. And then in the Yankees, you know, when they brought him back, it's kind of like they was like, okay, we understand and we know that. But Cashman made sure we got other people that can help fill in there. But I think they're really set on Ben Rice, because here's the thing is TJ Rumfield is a really good first baseman in our minors, but they didn't even bother trying to bring him up. You know, and we traded him for, you know, pitching from the Rockies and Savali. But yeah, and then as Joe put in there, guys, if you have any questions for the interview with Jess Blaylock, make sure you guys put it in there. And it'll be Chef Nick and Joe taking over 10:25. You know, and you guys, it's gonna be a fun interview. Just come along with us. But yeah, it's just exciting just to see these different players. And then also I think Austin Wells, it's pretty much show up time or you know, shut up, you know what I mean? Put up or shut up or whatever the phrase goes, because I'm really tired.
I have faith in Austin Wells, and I hope he gets it together.
Yeah.
Gets it out. I think he has potential. Will he be a superstar? Maybe not. But listen, as long as he could be consistent and he can produce when we need it, that'd be amazing. Same thing with Ryan McMahon. I know they're working on his hitting and stuff. Is he going to be a superstar hitter? I mean, at this age, as long as he's been playing now, I don't see them unlocking anything crazy out of this. I don't see that happening. But if he could just, you know, be a decent hitter and not strike out as much, we're golden. Because that's just kind of what we need. Because what you'll most likely see, you'll probably see, you know, Austin Wells, and you'll see Ryan McMahon towards the end of the lineup. And that's kind of where it diminishes for us, you know, for hitting. We'll be great from, you know, the beginning to the middle lineup, but once we get to the end of that lineup, it's like nothing. It's almost like outs.
No, I mean,
you know.
No, I get it too, and sorry for cutting you off a little bit, but
no, you're good.
But I think Ryan McMahon's going to be an X factor because they tweaked his tweaked his hitting some in the offseason. I think he's going to be a lot more of an X factor in the bottom of that lineup. But I agree keeping him in the bottom of the lineup. You know, and I think we're kind of more steady than we were last year. And if Jazz Chisholm does that 70 approach that he did after the oblique injury with his bat, 70% swing or whatever he did, he's going to be an X factor as well. I mean, we know what he can do, but we just got to make sure that Jazz Chisholm, keeps his head in the game. I love the swagger. I love his excitement, as a firecracker, right? Bohemian firecracker. But sometimes he gets out of the game because he let the emotions, like a bad call from the ump, or you know, we've seen the kind of misplays, and then he'll start doing whatever, and then he gets himself ejected, and it's like, come on, you gotta think, like, not every call is gonna go your way, but you just gotta let it go off, and then onto the next pitch, onto the next whatever play. And but I'm excited to see him, and if he focuses on being a gap to gap hitter and use that speed, and I guess that's one thing I hope Brad Osmus will like relay to him, like, hey, look, use your speed, get on base. We know you got the power, but don't go free swinging mode. Just gap to gap hitter. So I mean, come on, Yankee Stadium, the short porch. You can hit a home run without really trying to hit a home run in Yankee Stadium. But you focus on gap to gap hitter, you're gonna do a lot more damage. Doubles and triples can be just as deadly as a home run. Not as flashy. Although, hey, you can easily turn them into a inside the park home run.
Oh, absolutely, and I agree. I like Chisholm. I just hope he takes more of a mature approach. And you hit the nail on the head. He makes a mistake or something doesn't go right. He kind of lets it get into his head. Just one play at a time. One play at a time. That play already happened. You can't go back in time. We don't have time machines, at least not yet.
No,
you can't go back and do anything about it. So just go forward. Learn from that mistake. Learn what you did wrong so it doesn't happen again. You're right. He's quick. He has speed. He can turn a single into a double by stealing base. He can turn a double to a triple by stealing base. He's quick. My only concern is, he went 30 for 30 last season. And I know he had that injury. He had a couple injuries. My only concern is he's going to say, you know what, maybe I can outdo myself and go 40 for 40. That's not a bad mindset. My issue is, that might come along with a lot of strikeouts. That might come along with, pop-ups, where if he's just worried about, let me just get on base. And, once I get on base, if the opportunity comes, I can steal base, which I feel is a benefit. I'm all about small ball. Home runs are beautiful. That's the big thing everyone wants. That's what everybody goes to the game for. But listen, small ball wins games.
Yeah. You and me listen to the same music, because I'm telling you, I'm all about the old school. How many times I say, let's do a hit and run. I want to see more of that. But, I know the game is a little different today than it was in the 90s. But, yeah, you get a ball hit, you hit it right on the head. Just do it. Use your speed. Get it. Because, I'm telling you, if Volpe and Jazz and Caballero are just unleashed, if like Boone says, hey, I'm going to trust you guys, but you get caught sleeping, that's on y'all. But I'm going to trust you guys. And they use that speed. It gets in the pitcher's head. And then, eventually you're worried about the pitcher. Then you're not thinking about the hitter. And then you often make a mistake. But yeah, the whole team too, if Boone and Brad Osmus as the bench coach can in camp, like, hey, guys, stop the free swinging. Let's get up there in situational. Don't be afraid to hit behind the runner. And I wouldn't be afraid. I would love to see if Boone sends runners more often, just to like kind of free it up. Because, most time you see what the other teams, when they come to face the Yankees, what they do. Oh, we're gonna intentionally walk Judge, and we're gonna pitch carefully to Giancarlo Stanton, but then we're gonna attack all the other guys.
No, absolutely. And the whole thing, like you mentioned about getting in the pitcher's head, dude, that's massive. You could see some of the best pitchers fall apart if you get in their head. As they say, baseball is a game of numbers. If you work the count, you get someone on base, It's only a matter of time before a pitcher cracks. Um, I could see him fall apart. You've seen, like I said, some of the best pitchers do that. So
Oh
that's the
yeah,
thing.
and then it's what did Yogi always say? Baseball is 90% mental, right? I mean, I love all the Yogiisms, but but there's truth to it. It's like playing a chess game. You're thinking, okay, you waiting? What's the other guy gonna do? And then when they set their piece down, you got like 2 or 3 other moves you gotta make, but each move you make, you gotta set up for the next one. And in baseball, it's similar in that mind. The pitcher's they're trying to get the hitter out. The hitter's trying to get to the pitcher and start a rally, right? But you set it up in the rally for the next hitter and the next hitter. You pass that baton. Eventually, yeah, like you said, the pitcher's gonna crack, or you're gonna tire out the pitcher. Then they're gonna go to the bullpen. Then the manager's like, and basically, if Boone sets up his moves one for the other, he can also set it up with another pitch, and then he can outduel a pitch. The managers are dueling as well as the pitchers and the hit. You know what I mean? We talk about the pitchers duel. I know it's not as much as it used to be. Like in the 90s when you saw it, like Joe Torre versus, who that guy was with the Mets and a few other guys. I can't remember all the names. Well, no, Bobby Cox, that was another good one. But you also had Buck Showalter, and you had all these other guys that would just do things. All these different managers, and Tito Francona. All those guys you notice they would use the hit and run and do all these different other strategies, but they were basically setting it up for their next move, but also setting up for the counter move to see what the manager does, the other manager does as a counter move, and then they got a counter move for that, and it was baseball's it's a fun game, but it's a strategy game as well. Like that part is one. And if you can win strategy wise and you can execute, and but yeah, it's amazing too when you watch some of these players get to play, and it's yes, the home runs and the slugging's awesome, but I got all excited when Chuck Knobloch and Derek Jeter and Paul O'Neill would do that. Knobloch gets on, and then you knew a hit and run was coming. Then you seen it, and then what? Okay, if Paul O'Neill couldn't get him in, Bernie Williams would get him in, and then it went on down the line. But we have a potential. Brian Cashman, as much as we want to hate on him or prepare our tiki torches and pitchforks, as some fans want to do. He actually put together a better roster, of a good roster, because we got actual MLB players who can be backups instead of amateurs.
Yep.
No pun on, not making fun of Ascar and some of the other guys. Ascar's a good player, but it's like when we had too many of those amateur guys, and then they're flash in the pan, and then when the league adjusted them, what's going to do? But when you got proven MLB guys as your backups, that they can handle making adjustments throughout the season.
Yeah, our bench looks phenomenal. I'll give props to Cashman. There's sometimes I will knock Cashman. I don't think he's terrible. I'm not one of these fans where it's like fire Cashman. I just wish he was a little more aggressive in certain situations. But at the end of the day, yes, he's the GM, but he has to also go by, what is laid out by the owner, and that's, Hal Steinbrenner. Hal Steinbrenner is not as aggressive as his father was. He more plays by the rules, and he's more by the book, and I do respect that. But sometimes you gotta be aggressive, man. But yes, our bench looks amazing to the point where some of these bench players can even be starters at the end of the day. They can fulfill positions and start, and you have still a solid team. So that's one thing I'm really excited about. And that's actually a positive that Cashman did. He picked up some of these guys during the trade deadline last year, which was huge, and I feel like they definitely played a big part of helping the Yankees do well in the second half. And a lot of these players that he picked up in the second half, during the trade deadline last year, kind of why I didn't make as many big moves during the offseason this year, because he kind of made those moves and they help contribute to the team, both pitching, also from the bench.
All right. Hey, let's shout out to some of the people that just came in the chat. I think there's a Joe. And then there's Ken is in the chat from Yankees The Ugly Truth. If you guys haven't seen his videos,
Yes.
he put out some great shorts about some of these different players. Y'all go check it out. But yeah, I'm excited. Just the fact we got all these baseball players, and I want to see how it plays out too. And like you said, I'm also like that. Like, I understand. Like, I'll root for the Yankees, whoever the product they put on the field. But when it's something that doesn't make sense, or it's a stupid move, or something wrong, like, I'll hold him accountable. But I'm not gonna like go stand outside his house with the torch and pitchfork, try to run him out of town. The guy's been here for 26 years. He's been in the system. GM for 26, but he's been in the Yankees organization for 40 years. He started as an intern. You don't last that long in an organization without knowing how to do your job and knowing how to stay in line when you need to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and like you said, Hal's a little more of a businessman than, or in that where he's not as aggressive, or like George was like, hey, I'm gonna get the players we need and the players I want. We're gonna build the franchise. But remember, I don't know if you guys check out and we'll cover this on the history of the Yankees show when we get to those years. But CBS was owning the Yankees, and they were just being cheap, right? They didn't really want to, it was almost like they didn't really care. So here comes George. He buys the franchise, and the Yankees got back to being the Yankees.
Yes. And so you want to hear something kind of, the timeline or history could have been a lot different. Do you know the team that George Steinbrenner originally tried to purchase?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but
it's totally fine. So he was an Ohio native. He tried to purchase at the time.
Oh yeah, the Indians,
the Cleveland Indians. Yes. So imagine that if he bought the Cleveland Indians and he basically put his money towards it as aggressive as he was.
Oh.
Our history might have been a lot different. I won those 2 World Series in the 70s, and who knows what happened in the 90s? That might have never happened either. Who took the team? They might have had multiple owners in that timeline. So pretty crazy how things like that happen, and I'm happy things turned out the way they did. So that's definitely a good thing. But yes, when the CBS owned the Yankees, it was a rough time. Unfortunately, we weren't around then, but Joe can mention it. I know he even mentioned, hey, it was a rough time.
It's a rough time because, beforehand, Rupert dies in like 49 or 39, whatever it was, Jacob Rupert. And then, someone owner, they carried the team for a while, but then somewhere in the 50s or 60s, CBS purchased the Yankees, and we'll definitely cover into that. But yeah, and the 1960s, especially after like everyone got old, 65, the team was just bad. My mom used to tell me that, when she watched the Yankees, it was like everybody got old at once. And then, they had some bad teams, and then and you hear it from George, and you hear it from Joe, not George. You hear it from Ken. You hear it from a lot of these older fans, and they'll tell you the early 70s, the mid to late 60s. These were rough times.
Absolutely.
Especially because you think of it. from like 1927 to 1965. The Yankees were pretty much in the World Series almost every year.
If I could just, I'm looking at just address something real quick. And I've seen a comment on here from Real Bill. He says, "Why are my posts being taken down?" I think there might be an issue right now with either YouTube or StreamYard because I my posts just went through, but I tried to make a couple of comments and they weren't going through. So I don't think anybody's taking your post down. I think just might be an issue with StreamYard. We like you, Real Bill. We want to be taking your post down. We like your comments and we like what you contribute to the show.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to really be going through at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some kind of, like you said, some kind of glitch or technical difficulty with StreamYard because there isn't a whole lot of the chat's not lighting up like it usually is.
Yes, I noticed that.
And so I don't know. We'll try and figure out. But hey, guys, if you got any questions for Joe or you got comments, email his email at joeyankees28.com, especially during the interview. And it would just be a workaround with whatever's going on with the StreamYard chat. We do apologize for the technical difficulties, but you know, it's kind of hard. We got to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, fortunately.
Yeah. I guess Nathan was saying YouTube was down a couple of days ago, I think.
It was down, yes. That was an issue I noticed with YouTube a couple of days ago, fortunately. Sometimes it happens, you know, or sometimes even a StreamYard, it just doesn't link up right. It's just kind of weird how that stuff happens. Everything has to communicate with each other, and sometimes it doesn't always happen. Technology can be awesome, but sometimes technology could be a headache, unfortunately. But yeah, coming up soon, we're going to have the legendary Chef Nick and also the legendary Joe, the boss. They're going to come on and they're going to be doing the interview with Jeff BLAYLOCK, which is going to be awesome. I'm excited about that. You know, she's phenomenal what she does, so I'm definitely looking forward to. I'll be tuning into that. So get your questions ready. You know, put them in the chat, and you know, ask whatever you want from there, and we'll go from there. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like again, Real Bill, I don't know if you're still in here, but we do apologize. I know you said you kind of had to go. I don't know why it seems like YouTube and StreamYard are picking on us because it kind of keeps happening, but we'll try and figure it all out. But once again, we apologize for any difficulties. And hey, shout out to Nathan in the chat.
Yeah, we got
and all you guys. And then, like I said, I'm excited for that interview because we get to, a woman reporter, but not just a woman reporter. She's a legendary. she, the Marlins and the Florida Panthers broadcasting and all that stuff, and it's fun. I'm excited. Just the fact that you see all these different people, and you get to see all these in baseball. You get to see all these women reporters and beat writers get spots at being broadcasters and hosts. And you get to see a lot more of them. I look forward to the day we get to see more off of that female umps. I know we had the one that debuted yesterday in the major leagues, or not yesterday, but last year. But I'm looking forward to that, because it's fun. You get to have both an interaction. And baseball is one of those sports. You see women are just as big fans as men are. Sometimes even might be more.
Yes, I agree. I think that's awesome. Definitely having, females, get involved with the sport as well. Either it's in operations, which we actually see as well. But, in the front office, we're seeing too. We're also seeing, with trainers and stuff like that. They're starting to get more involved. And also, like you said, last year, and Sorry, the name is lost in my head, but
Yeah,
the
and that thing was Jen or something like that. But then you also had Kim Ng was a GM, the Marlins, and
Yep.
and then you had that Rachel. I can't pronounce her last name. But she was in our minor league system as a manager, and then she's over there in the Athletics, and then the Athletics, the Nomad Athletics, they got a woman doing as the lead play-by-play announcer, and she does a real good job when you get to hear her broadcast. And it's fun. And then in MLB channel you got and then you got what's her name, Lauren Shahadi. You got a few of those other hosts, reporters. We got a lot of them. It's interesting too. And they're get to be fired up. And then also the NBC. Are you looking forward to having games back on NBC?
Yes, because listen, last time baseball was on NBC, that was back when the Yankees were phenomenal. So it kind of brings me back. It's just that nostalgia. So I'm happy. The more baseball can be seen by people, and more networks, the more people can have access to it. I'm all for it. So I'm excited for that, to see it on NBC. The only thing I wish and I hope, I don't know if Rob Manfred will do it, but maybe the next commissioner of baseball, if they could just make it more universal and easier to access the game, even if they can create their own network and access, from the TV or an app or something for everybody to be able to watch the game of baseball. Because at the end of the day, I think having, for example, this season, if you want to watch the Yankees, we have to watch, off Amazon, either the Gotham Sports app, yes, when it's on Fox, if it's going to be on ESPN, NBC. And if they had one situation where everybody can go and watch all their teams and all the games and no blackouts. If you want to watch, if you're here in New York and you want to watch the Yankees, you can watch the Yankees. Or if you're in California, you want to watch the Yankees, you can watch the Yankees. Or Dodgers fans can watch them, whatever they want to watch them. Let's make it so everybody can access this. Yes, you can pay, maybe a monthly membership for it and have different tiers. Maybe have it so you could pay for one tier for one team, and then you could pay for multiple teams, so it's different pricing. So hey, maybe you just want to watch the Yankees, you don't care about the other teams, or maybe you want to watch all the teams to be a different tier. Make it reasonable and make it easy for everybody to watch. I think that would be huge for growing the sport. That's what I'm big on, and I hope that does happen one day. I hope somebody sits there and says, hey, listen, let's get more people to watch this game. Because at the end of the day, how it is right now, it makes it harder. There's people who don't watch certain games or can't because, there's so many different apps. There's so many different channels. It makes it hard. So that's what I'm hoping for in the future.
Oh, yeah. And hey, here's the Godfather, the one, the only, legendary Joe Mingoya.
Yes. How you doing, guys? Great job this morning, everyone. You guys, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. I want to welcome everyone. And again, thank you. And you're going to enjoy Jess that's going to be coming on in just a few minutes. So I want to thank Sean Browning and Johnny Salami for the first hour of our program, and inviting them that as soon as the interview's over, we can do it again and talk Yankee baseball leading up to our play-by-play game. I want to thank everyone, including Ken from the Yankees The Ugly Truth, who we will start a new generation tomorrow right here on both channels. Today, it's just to dissect what we are going to be doing. We have a little chance to do that, and we want to say thank you to the fan bases of not only NY Yankee Mania, but to the Yankees The Ugly Truth. So we want to just make sure that everybody knows that we just want to say thank you. So, guys, thank you so much, and we will speak to you in a little while. Johnny, thank you so much for all the help you're giving as far as everything with channel number 2. And we'll talk a little bit more right after the interview.
All right.
And Sean, thank you so much. Great job. And also, everyone, before they go, just want to let everybody know people are still watching that history show that Sean and Charles put together. So we thank you. Keep watching that, everyone, and rah the show. Thanks so much, guys. We will speak to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
All right.
You're the best. Thank you. All right, everyone. How's everybody doing? We are going to be bringing up Jess very, very soon. But first and foremost, we're also going to bring up our chef, our resident chef, Chef Nick. Chef Nick, good morning.
Top of the morning to you, lads. Top of the morning to you. Welcome, everybody.
It seems like we haven't seen you in a very, very long time.
Well, it's been a couple of days. It feels like eternity. I get it. You love me. I get it. You know what? I wanted to come up and say hi to Sean and Johnny. How come you didn't? You know what? It's like you're separating us. I don't like that. But anyway, I want to say thank you very much, Sean and Johnny. Great job this morning. Sean, great job with the history. I'm going to say the History Channel. I don't want to get flagged. No, great job with the history of the Yankees. That was amazing, and many more to come. And welcome, guys, to NY Yankee Mania. NY Mania entertainment purposes for the other channel. Keep that in mind. It is rocking and rolling, and we are soaring, baby. And that's all. Jump on this flight. Let's go, man. Past the heavens, past the universe, past the stars, past the rover on Mars. You guys are with us. Join the movement. And if you don't want to join the movement, well, you can shoot amongst the stars and you can stay there. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys. And top of the morning, I already had like 1 cup of coffee. I'm ready to go.
Well, we're waiting for Jess because we're going to share some Lavazza coffee with her. So we're pretty excited about that. We're both wired. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So
it's going to be crazy, baby.
Yeah.
And wild.
And what about tonight, don't forget, we're going to have the NBA show at 8 p.m. And right after that, it's going to be our members only show with yours truly and his truly. We're going to be on at 9:30 p.m. with members only show. And we've got updated information for you guys. So we're very, very, we're so looking forward to that. And of course, we're waiting for the Yankees play-by-play this afternoon. We started all off right here on NY Yankee Mania. And it's more to say thank you today. It was not planned, but things developed, and we want to promote our real premiere tomorrow on NY Yankee Mania and the Yankees, The Ugly Truth. So I want to thank everybody. And this is just a thank you that we're doing it today. It's going to be a little rough, I got to tell you, because we're going to be doing it from the app, from the Yankees app. Okay. And it's a smaller picture, but we're doing it. We'll strain our eyes. We'll do all that just for you and just to promote the New York Yankees on this channel and the Yankees, The Ugly Truth. That's why we're doing it, everyone. So stay tuned. And we're going to be on first obviously with the rest of this show, a little bit after that. And we want to thank Nitin and the Sports Rush, his team, for everything that he's doing for us. So again, we really appreciate it. And wow. And I guess we also are looking forward, of course, to speaking with Jess, who's the on-air personality of the Florida Panthers, and I understand that she's a big whippersnapper. So we're really looking forward to Jess being on the show. She has limited time though today, folks, and it's been really nice of her to come on for us. But she is limited in time today. So let's try to get as many questions as we can. And we will for Jess, that's for sure. So, I think the star of the show has just arrived. Oh my God! I better get my coffee ready. I am ready, Willie.
Get your coffee ready.
And she's ready. If she gives me a thumbs up, we'll go. There it is. All right, guys. Here we go. The one and the only is coming up. Jess Blaylock, who is very big with the Florida Panthers on the air. So let's bring up this wonderful, beautiful talent. And there she is. Welcome, Jess. It's Joe and Chef Nick. How you doing?
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Are you kidding? Well, first of all, cheers to you. As we give you Lavazza coffee. I understand you love your coffee, so you have to tell us about your mornings.
Yeah, so obviously with what I do, having done baseball for 10 years and working so many games at night, now in my 11th season of Florida Panthers hockey, working so many games at night, you get wired, right, to be a night person. And you come home and broadcast, you need time to kind of come down from the adrenaline. So I typically go to bed very, very late. So mornings are not my strong suit, and that is why the brand of coffee that I drink is called Death Wish Coffee.
Oh yeah.
That is the
Oh yeah, I've had it.
In order to function in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I thought mine was strong with Lavazza, but yours is out of whack. Really? Holy cow.
Hey, Jess,
you can't function.
Does it have the skull and bones on it?
Yeah, it does.
That's the one. Okay, perfect.
You get the sticker with
Yes.
every package. So I just have skull and crossbones stickers.
That's awesome.
I think Johnny Salami was drinking something like that this morning. So I was like, oh my God, that's got to be powerful. So I give you a lot of credit. But I got to tell you, if you say you're not really a morning person, if that's what you look like now, what do you look like in the afternoon and the evening? That we've got to see, because this is great. You're amazing.
Thank you. This was a big deal. This was special, so I had to make sure to look nice for you guys.
You always look nice. Did you see that we had a wonderful thumbnail on you today? It was really nice. We got a lot of you got a lot of thumbs up. You had a lot of views on our short, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So, Jess, you are amazing. I have seen you on the telecast. Tell us about your journey, Jess. How did you get started, and how did you become so wildly excellent at your craft?
Well, first off, thank you so much for the kind words. I've always considered myself very lucky, very blessed, because I knew at a young age what I wanted to do. I took a journalism class in 7th grade and just fell in love with doing announcements and being on TV and getting to learn even the behind the scenes stuff in our journalism class. And so I knew in 7th grade, when I was 12, 13 years old, that I wanted to be a TV reporter. And then in high school, when I was around 17, my family is, from Florida, so we're huge University of Florida Gator fans. And the basketball team went to the NCAA championship game, played Michigan State. I think it was the 2000-2001 season, or maybe 99-2000. I don't know. That was a long time ago. But I fell in love with that Florida basketball team and thought about how much fun it would be to get to actually cover a sports team and get to know the guys and tell their stories and follow a season. So I knew at 17 I wanted to cover sports. So I went to the University of Florida, immediately declared journalism as my major, immediately started volunteering, covering whatever sports I could. I did tennis, I did women's volleyball, I did golf, I did 2 seasons of baseball at UF, and eventually had the opportunity to cover their basketball team. So graduated from UF, had a great opportunity to work behind the scenes for ESPN for about 5-6 years, traveled with their Thursday night college football show, their Saturday primetime college basketball show, learned the ins and outs of everything it took to put on a major, sporting production. My crew was awesome. They were like family. They would shoot stand-ups all around the country for me, helped me put together kind of a resume reel, even though none of the stuff ever, aired on TV, but just things I had shot, and I sent it off to a bunch of different places. Fox Sports Florida, as they were known at the time, gave me a shot covering high school basketball. A month later, they assigned me to the NBA.
Wow.
Covered 5 years of Orlando Magic basketball.
Wow.
Had the opportunity to move down to South Florida, covering Marlins baseball. Did that for a decade. Also got the chance to cover hockey. And here we are 11 years later. I'm now the full-time host for the Florida Panthers. And it's been a heck of a journey. And like I said, I'm super grateful for it. Also did sports talk radio in Jacksonville, covered the Jaguars for them for 5 seasons. So had a chance to cover all 4 major sports, work in television, work in radio, work behind the scenes. So yeah, it's every day is a good day because I know I'm living my dream, and I hope I never take a second of it for granted.
No, you're right. And one thing, Jess, that we all know is when you stop learning, that's when it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
You always learn and you learn and you learn. And I got to tell you, I mean, I only know you now for a couple of minutes, but we're very proud of you. You have done.
Yeah.
I am a big supporter of women in sports. You don't have to give me a twist of an arm because I think you guys are the best thing on really in sports, television announcing. We need more of it. And I got to tell you, I'm selfish. Come to New York and come and work for the New York Yankees, will you please? Let's go. Let's get you to the greatest well, you have a great franchise. I'm not going to say no.
Yes, I'm very lucky with the Florida Panthers, but I do love the city. I miss New York so much. You know, I got to obviously travel there for both baseball and hockey so many times, and coming to the city was always one of my favorite stops. So New York does hold a very special place in my heart for sure.
Well, do you still come when the Panthers come to Rangers, Islanders, and
So now that I'm full-time host, I'm actually in the studio for road games. So I don't travel anymore. I do miss it for sure, especially with hockey. You know, when you go on a baseball road trip, you're sometimes working 10 games in 10 days, and you don't really get as big of a break to really appreciate the city that you're in because you're just working. That was always the great thing about traveling for hockey. You actually, for the most part, had nights in between games. So you could go to a nice dinner in New York. You could do the architecture boat tour in Chicago. You know, you could plan all these fun things. So I certainly miss traveling, but it is nice after, you know, a decade plus of traveling extensively to get to spend some time at home.
Oh, that's awesome. Nick, you have a question?
Yeah, I guess let's get into the nitty gritty, huh? No, we're talking about your.
I'm having fun just finding out about it.
No, Jess. No, welcome. Thank you for your time. We appreciate your time for being here. Well, my question is from your journey from starting out until now, and I don't like to call it struggles. I think that's a negative word. I like to call it maybe grinding. That's more of like a powerful word.
Yeah.
Was there a lot more, or was it like less or more, or just a balance of like? Whether like mentors, learning on the job, grinding on your own, to self-teach yourself in order to get where you are today?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just having to go through it, right? Like just experience leads to getting better and better. And exactly. I think a lot of it is truly just like walking through the fire and making mistakes and growing from them. You know, you can study journalism in college, but nobody can prepare you for what it's like to finally go live until you go live, and whatever happens. You know, I look at the beginning of my career and I wanted everything memorized, right? Because I didn't want to make a mistake on camera. And I had to learn how to just talk and have a conversation and be comfortable with what I was speaking about. And I had to learn, honestly, how to listen, right? Especially during interviews, instead of being so focused on what my next question was because I was nervous, really learning how to listen to what a coach or a player is telling me and respond to that. But it took a lot of practice and not just, you know, a couple months of games, or like it took years. And just going back to the point that you made about you're always learning, right? And I will never forget one of one of the first things, I had the chance to interview Martin Prado my first year of covering Marlins baseball, who I absolutely adore and still to this day is one of my all-time favorite athletes I've ever had the chance to work with. But I remember Prado, who had, played for a couple different teams around the league, the Yankees, right? And he was definitely a veteran and had years of experience. He was so well respected by managers and coaching staffs and teammates and fans. And I remember Prado said to me, I asked him about his experience in the game and the most important thing he's learned. And he said, that you will never master this game. And the moment that you think you master baseball, it will find a way to humble you. And the importance of constantly getting better and constantly learning. And I think that, that's the biggest takeaway, right? Is it doesn't matter if I've been in front of the camera for 15 years. The moment that I think I've mastered hosting or reporting or whatever it is, that's when this opportunity, I'm sure will find a way to humble me. So I think it is always a matter of wanting to be better. Right. And Martin Prado was certainly one of those players that just made me want to be better because I knew that he always wanted to be better too.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
We do have a couple of questions for you, Kate, Jess, from Katie. That's another one of our stars of the show. My question for Jess is, what do you enjoy most about being an on-air host for the Florida Panthers?
I think the thing that I enjoy most, a couple different things. Number one, the fact that I've covered the team for 11 years and I've had the opportunity to get to know these guys really well. Aaron Ekblad and Alexander Barkov have been there since my first day. And one of my favorite things is I get to help fans get to know these guys as people. Right? Like not just the position they play, but why you should pull for this player as not only, a goalie or a defenseman or a forward, but like why you should pull for him as a person. And it's one of my favorite things is just getting to help make that connection between the fan base and the players. Because I realize how lucky I am to have the access that I do, to be in the dressing room every day, to get to constantly talk to these guys. And not just always about hockey, but about their lives in general. Sam Bennett and his passion for animal rescue, Gustav Forsling and how much he loves being a dad, right? Like there's so much more to these guys than just the position that they play. And so I love being able to make that connection between the fans and the players, and make it hopefully personal for them. And then the other thing, I didn't grow up with hockey. I was born and raised in North Florida. It's not a big hockey hotbed. And I never, ever, ever would have envisioned that my career path would have led me to hockey. And now I can't imagine my life without it. So I think it's a reminder that life doesn't always take the path that you expect, but so often the path that it ends up taking is better than what you could have ever envisioned. So, just the love I have for hockey, the passion I have for the sport now and for the Florida Panthers, and always wanting that to translate to the fans, because I missed out on so many great years of hockey. And I don't want people to miss out on the sport. I want them to fall in love with it at a young age, so that they can experience all of the great moments, especially that the Florida Panthers have given, especially over the last couple of years with the back-to-back cups and 3 straight Stanley Cup final appearances.
Now, and I'm glad you talked about the cup. We have a question here from the app from Teresa, and she says, "Thank you so much for joining the show. You're showing such a class act." And what I'd like to know is, do you get recognized when the team wins a world championship? What do they do for announcers? What do they do for co-hosts? What, if anything, which I believe they do, but yeah. I'd like for you to, if you can, explain what happens with you guys.
Absolutely. So it's another one of the things that I'm so grateful for is our ownership, Vinny and Teresa Viola. Their family is incredible and they're so generous. And I got a Stanley Cup championship ring these last 2 years. So I have 2 championship rings.
Nice.
We also got a miniature version of the Stanley Cup with our names engraved on it.
Oh, wow.
It too. We also got a miniature Prince of Wales trophy that I have displayed in my house. And we were presented with our rings these past couple years at just a wonderful holiday party where everybody collectively, you know, staff, broadcasters, everybody associated with the organization outside of the coaching staff, obviously, and the players, because they have their own ceremony at the beginning of the year. And, you know, Vinny was there last year. Teresa was there this year. They come around. They thank you individually for everything that you do for the organization. They're just wonderful, wonderful people. They're so generous. They make everybody feel like they're a part of it. And yes, so the Violas have been absolutely wonderful. And it's another thing that I'm grateful for, that I am not on the outside looking in. I am a part of the celebration, you know, including having the opportunity to be in the parade, which was one of the, you know, the most fun days of my life, is getting to participate in that and actually be a part of a float and waving to all the fans and seeing the support. And so, yeah, it's been incredible.
Well, I'll tell you, I know, unfortunately you're limited in time, and Jess, you have to come back because we have a world of questions for you, and the people.
We're still good. You know what? We're still good. I can spend some more time with you guys if that works for you.
Are you kidding me? I could have you all the way up to the Yankee game, and then you come and call it with us. I mean, that's absolutely that's really nice to hear. Are you kidding?
Let's do another 10, 15 minutes. Maybe go up till 11, a few minutes after, if that works for you guys.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah,
but you promised us coffee. You did not bring the coffee, so you owe us coffee.
You broke us a promise. You broke the promise.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Next time.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Wendy asked, who is your favorite player?
Oh, man. There have been so many.
Be careful what you say. No, just kidding.
So hard to say just one, but you know I mentioned Martin Prado earlier for baseball. Jake Berger and Josh Bell, I was also very close with when they spent time with the Marlins. We kind of joked around. We were the JV club, since we're all JV, and we eventually started doing what we called JV story time, where we would meet in the clubhouse. And we would never talk about baseball. We would just talk about our lives. Like, we would just tell fun stories from our lives and get to know each other a little bit better. And it was so great, again, right? Like, just getting to know them as people. For hockey, Alexander Barkov, honestly, is like a son to me. Like I mentioned, I've had the chance to cover him for over a decade. And he is just one of the most quality human beings you will ever encounter. He's so humble. He's so gracious. He's got this sneaky, funny, dry sense of humor that just will catch you off guard in the best way possible. I just adore him in every way, shape, and form. And he's an incredible leader. He is, you know, for years, he's donated to a children's hospital locally, brought patients to games. Nobody ever knew, you know, until years after the fact, because he didn't do it for any other reason than because he genuinely wanted to. He didn't do it for the publicity or as a media stunt. You know, he did it because he really wanted. That's Barkov. Like, that's just Barkov. So I would definitely say for hockey, Alexander Barkov. And I'll give a shout out to Mackenzie Weegar, who now plays for the Calgary Flames. He just another salt of the earth guy, so incredibly generous with his time. He always addressed me by names in our interviews. He'd always thank me at the end and say, you know, thanks, Jess, which I just appreciated how personal he made it. So yeah, I would say those two guys for hockey. But I mean, we've been so lucky with just so many great guys that I've covered throughout the course of the years. So yeah, I've been very blessed to work with teams who have been really, really wonderful to me.
Wow, that's
awesome.
That's a great story. You know, you're making me a believer to become a Florida Panther.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Swaying me that way, folks. The Rangers don't get their act together. No, but in all honesty, like I said, I really have seen you and your work, and it's just breathtaking. It really, and I'm not saying that because you're here. Believe me, I say things from the heart, and I'm telling you, you do a tremendous job. Any which way, any team would be so glad to have you. And Florida's very lucky. They're a very lucky team. You have great broadcasting. You have so many. You have great fans. It's really amazing. And we salute you. We salute you and the Florida Panthers and the team, the owners, and everyone else. I got to tell you that. I have to tell you that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
We have a question from Ken. Have you followed the Olympics? What do you think about the women's team USA winning the gold medal and the women's future of professional hockey? Thank you.
So I have been following Olympic hockey, not as closely at the beginning because when we went on the break, the pause for the NHL, I did take some time to go on a trip and just kind of decompress. And so I didn't have the opportunity for the first probably week and a half to keep an eye on it, but I did watch the games the other day. What was it? Canada and Czechia, which was absolutely amazing. The men's game that went to OT, and then USA Sweden, which, speaking of the Rangers, Mika Zibanejad, scoring that game-tying goal for Sweden, sending that game to OT, and the USA ultimately prevailing. And the women's game also, going to OT, the gold medal game. And so women's hockey is amazing. There's so many incredible women's hockey players. And I love that people get the opportunity, especially with the Olympics, to see the talent that's not only featured in the men's game, but the women's game as well. And I know we've got some great hockey games for the men's on, again, today, Canada and Finland, which is going to be crazy. And then the USA again playing later on this afternoon. So Olympic hockey has been phenomenal, especially when you get to highlight so much of, the NHL talent on so many of the teams.
Awesome. Nick, before I get to Wendy's question, do you have another question?
Well, it was sort of similar, just like Wendy. It would just in the beginning stages. Let's just say if anyone's starting out in the sports industry, whether it's on a social media platform or just in the broadcast booth, or I know that you can't just jump in there. What advice can you give to the younger generation in regards to get to like where you are right now, from just starting out?
Gosh, we could do a whole show on that alone. Because
okay,
let's do it. I'm ready, Jess. I'm ready. Anytime you want to come back, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Honestly, I think one of the biggest lessons that I learned along the way, and I feel like this is not only a lesson for career-wise, but maybe life in general, is to never give anybody else the power to dictate how you feel about yourself. Because obviously what we do is a very public forum, especially with social media. Everybody has an opinion, and a lot of times don't have a problem letting that opinion be known. And if you're constantly relying on what other people think about you, right? I wake up, I see a tweet that someone says, "Hey, you're the greatest. I love watching you. Awesome. Here I am today," right? And then I wake up the next day and I have a message, "Hey, I don't think you're very good at what you do. I don't think, whatever." Okay, but now I'm dropping back here. And so if I'm constantly letting what other people think of me dictate, then I'm riding a roller coaster of emotions of my self-worth and my self-value. And So I told myself, I reached a point where I was like, if I can say at the end of the day that I prepared as hard as I could, that I worked as hard as I could, that I tried my best, that I cared as much as I could, then whether I had a good day or a bad day on camera, I can live with the results, and I can celebrate the good days, and I can learn from the bad days, and also realize that that's just a part of being human.
Absolutely.
Even professional athletes will tell you, there might be a day where a guy goes 3 for 4 at the plate with a double and, drives in a couple runs. And then the next day he's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And that's just
It happens.
being human. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I would say, always be the person at the end of the day that decides your own self-worth and value. Don't let anybody else dictate that for you. And just always be that person that's willing to outwork everybody else. And it's the hard work. You can get your foot in the door in a variety of ways, but it's the hard work and the constant growth that are going to keep you around for the long run.
Jessa, just to follow up really quick, should people avoid being a perfectionist? Does that sort of throw that off too?
Yeah, and because perfection is impossible, and if you're holding yourself to a standard of being perfect, you're always going to fail. You're literally always going to fail. And so, and I am very much still working on that, because I am a perfectionist and I hate making mistakes, and but I hope over the last handful of years, instead of driving home and beating myself up over the one mistake that I made, I'm trying to do a better job of celebrating the big picture, right? And I've also learned, just have fun with it, right? Like, if you make a mistake, perfect example, last year we have a player on our team named Mackie Samoskevich, and that's a name that can easily get caught in your mouth. And I was throwing to an interview with him, and I actually said Mackie Sandwich, and then just laughed and corrected myself and just turned it into a joke. And when we came back from the interview, I was like, Mackie Samoskevich, you know what? Nailed it that time. Because everybody's gonna make a mistake. You're gonna stumble over a word. You're gonna screw up a stat accidentally. You're gonna mispronounce something. It's going to happen. And so I've found just learning how to have a sense of humor and roll with it rather than get in your own head. That's what you have to do. You just have to put it behind you and move on to the next thing.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, no, that is awesome. Just before we bring up a little surprise for you, I wanted to do, because you mentioned something pretty cool. If you fail, you don't fail. Well, let me tell you something. If somebody calls you and says you had a bad day, you better call me, and they will never ever do that again. I can tell you that. So you should not be getting any calls like that ever. So I just want to let you know, Joe is here.
He's gonna break his legs.
Awesome.
Yes, 100%. Now that we straighten that out, I have a little surprise for you, and I'm going to bring him up. And here he is. Well, here he was. There he is.
Hey, Jess. How you been?
Hey, what's going on?
How you been? It's been a long time since I've seen you.
I know.
I just want to say,
what's up?
Anytime. I just want to say thank you for joining Joe and Chef Nick. They do a great job, and my team and I have been helping this show out for a while. And all the guests that's been on this show has been through us, and you're added to the list. And I know you're a busy woman, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time for them. And obviously, I can tell, I can speak for Jess. But the first time I connected with her was I think it was 5 years ago during COVID season.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so that's when I connected with you, and ever since she's been growing, and she is amazing, and she represents women in sports big time. I love her to death, and she is the stuff she does, man, is just remarkable, and I don't know how she does it, multiple things in one day, and over the years since we've been following each other's work, and And just I don't know if I told you, I'm I'm an agent now too for players. So we rep players. Yeah.
Incredible. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, and also I'm a vice president for this company called Nation's Best, where we do a lot of NIL deals and brand deals for athletes too. So
awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And obviously you do a great job with the Panthers and obviously hockey and like I said, I can speak 100 words for her and I'm glad that we're connected. I'm connected with her and I'm glad to bring her on here to share her stories and her experiences that she's been through. So.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're not done with her. She's got to come back.
I know. She's definitely going to come back, and when she's free and all. But but Jess, like I said, she's a legend. She's the GOAT, and a woman. I mean, the hockey. Florida Panthers is lucky to have her, and we got to call her a 2-time Stanley Cup champion also. So there you go.
Right. That's right. She is.
I'll bring the rings the next time, and I can show those off.
Yes. Yes. No, it's been an absolute. I was really looking forward to this, Jess. You're an inspiration to all sports media and to everybody on the air. And it's such an honor to talk to you. And we really welcome you. Maybe during your whenever you have a little chance, maybe we could talk about the Stanley Cup Finals, things like that. I'm sure Florida is going to be well invested. You'll be around, and we really appreciate it. And thank you so much. Thank you for your time, really. And I hope number one, you have a I know we're 2 months into the new year, but you and your family, I hope you have a wonderful new year, a safe one, a healthy one. And thank you for all your good work. And we'll continue to be by your side always.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of the support, all of the kind words. It's been wonderful, and thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful weekend, and we'll speak to you soon, and good luck to you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jess. Thank you.
And we're only a phone call away.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
Take care.
Good to see you again. There you go.
Wow.
Hey, great job. You guys did amazing. Good job. Let's go.
Oh, you're
Great,
welcome.
Nathan.
When you have a wonderful, talented guest like that, how can you not, get your juices flowing?
Well, Monday is going to be epic, so stay tuned, guys.
I can't wait. And if everything goes good, it'll be on our new channel, on our sister station, which is NY Mania Entertainment, which I want to give a big shout out to Johnny Salami, who helped build the station, and also he helped build the beautiful picture that we have on there. I want to give a big shout out to Ken and his son. They are just unbelievable for what they've done for us. And tomorrow, it's without a doubt my pleasure and my love that he's going to be doing the New York Yankee games with us, not only here on NY Yankee Mania, but also on Yankees The Ugly Truth. And today, what we're doing the game as a surprise to everyone, and then really to promote everything that we're doing for the Yankee season, simulcasting with Ken, that he was gracious enough to let us do the game with him, because he's been doing Yankee games for over 2 years, and he was nice enough to bring us into the family. So I have nothing but goodwill, good love for people like Ken in this business. And also I do want to say thank you to Chef Nick. What a busy week this man has had. He's also battling a very bad cough, a cold. And the mere fact that he comes up and helps us, I can't say enough about this, guys. I really can't. And tonight he's doing double duty. He will be on the NBA show, the wrap-up show at 8:00, and then right after that, guys, we're going to have a 9:30 members-only show with myself and Chef Nick as we dissect all this new stuff that's coming on. We want to ask your opinion on some stuff. And there's just so much going on. They are working on still bringing the membership down to $1.99. We did our part. With YouTube has had some problems doing whatever they're doing on their platforms. We're going to check it again with Ken's son, John, a little bit later on, and we'll check it out. We'll see where things stand. We're sending them notes and letters and everything. I want this thing settled. You guys should not be paying $3.99, $4.99. You should be paying the $1.99, and that's what I do not want you people wasting your hard, good-earned money for basically the same thing, and maybe just a little extra to come on for that you'll get your question first. I'll always ask your questions. You never have to worry about that. So I want to do things correctly. We want to do things correctly. We do not want you to spend extra money when you don't have to.
Jess said she enjoyed it, and
awesome.
she said she didn't know the hockey game didn't start till noon, so she had extra time for you guys. So, but yeah, she said thank you for having it. Thank you, and she said she enjoyed it. So
great,
awesome.
Yeah, it would be a pleasure to have her back. I'm excited. This is exciting time for Mania all around, guys. We're starting the Yankee games. We're starting the brand new channel of NY Yankee. I got to stop with the Yankee. NY Mania Entertainment. And by the way, everyone, you probably have heard it, but we have a great entertainment show planned for you guys next Thursday night at 8 p.m. We have the best of the best. Along with Chef Nick, we have Maria Venuto, just straight off of the cruise, and singing and all that. We have her dad, Angelo Venuto, who's sang all over the world. And we have Caterina Michio, and of course myself and Chef Nick. What a show. We're going to have a little bit of everything. We'll have some singing. We'll have some cooking. We'll have some recipes. We'll have everything. You name it, it's coming to NY Mania Entertainment. I got to get used to saying that. And you too, Nathan, you got to get used to that. And also, Chef Nick, I want you to say it fast. NY Mania Entertainment.
NY Mania Entertainment.
That's only once.
NY Mania.
Say in front of the mirror 5 times. See what happens.
NY Mania Entertainment. NY Mania Entertainment. NY Mania.
Oh yeah, baby!
And then
oh,
Joe's gonna appear. Joe's gonna appear in front of you.
Yeah, baby! Oh yeah!
We're gonna be
shredded.
We're gonna be shredded. We're gonna be shredded. We're gonna be shredded the close up.
Oh man,
with Florence Nightingale.
Yeah, with Florence Bob Nightingale. And I just
play-by-play man, Johnny Salami. If you're around, please come back on. Sean Browning, please come back on. We appreciate you coming on. I want to thank you personally for starting the show.
Joe, I just want to bring up one thing. So one of the things that I want to bring up too, which I just wanted to follow up with Jess.
No.
What?
No.
All right, fine. Okay, then you say.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. One of the things that I brought up as a follow-up with Jess is with perfectionism, because I wanted to get that from from her too, and she says she's trying to change it. I'm trying to change it. I'm pretty sure everyone has perfectionism in them, where it's like if you don't make things perfect and nothing goes right, then it's almost like you can't go on throughout the whole day, like everything's a failure, and that's bad, because it's like exactly like Jess said, if you don't have fun learning from your mistakes and then just going the other direction, it's going to really be bad for you in a whole type of way. So perfectionism is not really a good thing to go through.
I had that happen to me once.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I go through it all day, so every day. So, but it's always like, look, you have to make sure everything goes according to schedule, according to plan. Everything has to be good to a T. And if it doesn't, then it's like, okay, the whole day's ruined. It's really not. It's really, it's destructive. Yeah, very destructive.
No, you're right. I mean, excellent point, guys. Excellent. And it's so funny. The winter went slow and everything, but now everything's going fast. Before
it's already almost March. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we're gonna have snow this weekend, which I'm not too happy about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, a lot of things going on, everyone, and please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe.
Oh yeah, guys, and everybody in the chat, tonight's our NBA show at 8:00. So.
Yep, 8:00 tonight, and Johnny Salami says he's coming back in 1 minute. All right, let's go, Johnny baby, let's go. Woo. We are getting close with a lot of different things on the show. With the Yankee game today, like I said, it's like a last minute thing. But tomorrow with Ken, we have a lot of things that are cooking on the screen. We have all of the things that he was doing last year, and then some new stuff. And so we are really, really, really looking forward to the unveiling. And today is just a little something to say thank you to each and every one of you for the patience and putting up with so much with us during the winter season, and rah-rahing us and subscribing to us and making these views off the charts. And we just want to thank you. So this is the least that we can do to say thanks. And if you don't have the app, you just sit back, relax, and we'll try to make it look like you're in the first row of Yankee Stadium. We will do the best we can. It is Johnny Salami's first play-by-play game, and if Chef Nick had some time, we would love to invite him on and do an inning or two and see how things would go. So everybody's got. That's the beauty of our channels. And the generosity of Ken from the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, that he's invited this whole staff, whoever feels they can do play-by-play or wants to do play-by-play, to do it of course here in the preseason. So no harm, no foul, and he's given a chance to everybody. What more can you say about that? It's just an amazing. A selfish act on Ken's part to do that, and I really had hoped he'd be involved in today's game, but he will be all ready and willing for tomorrow's game. In the meantime,
so, you're calling today's game too,
Johnny.
Yes, we are calling today's game. We're ready for this. Let's go.
Ew.
And if Chef Nick could come up and maybe call an inning or two, we would love it. We'd love to have
Johnny, you calling the game today too?
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
Let's go. Nice.
I'm ready. Let's go. Baseball's
we're,
here.
We're holding the fort for the general, for the big guy, Ken, starting tomorrow. We want to make Ken proud as we take this journey to 28, baby. 28. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. We didn't get a firm answer from Mr. Chef Nick. Chef Nick, are you ready?
For what? Oh, for the play. I don't know. I still have to do stuff for work, so
okay.
I might. Yeah, so I gotta see.
Okay.
If I maybe pop in for a minute, or I'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome. If you come up and have a debut with Johnny Salami, who's ready, willing, and able. Johnny, I want to thank you personally on a lot of levels. Number one, for coming on and beginning a show for us while we were preparing some stuff. Number two, for helping put the second channel in order. This man worked until 2:00 this morning, and he made a beautiful thumbnail for us. He put everything together, and now all we're waiting for is for a StreamYard. It's a 24-hour period, I believe, and once that's done, we can link it. And if everything goes well, tomorrow night's NY Mania After Dark show will be heard and seen on our new channel. But you can go there now, subscribe, so you'll never miss any notifications. Our WWE content will be coming out of there, so that because it might conflict with the Yankees and stuff like that, we don't want that to happen. And a rush, so there'll be 2 separate ways for you to, and I will be doing some wrestling shorts on the channel. Don't worry about it. But the main thing is for you guys to be comfortable. And I hope people like Katie, don't forget, come up, because we're doing today's play-by-play and we're doing tomorrow's play-by-play. So we all want to root Johnny on. It's his first game, baby. And we wish him well. He's going to go to the station. And we want to see Evan. Where is Evan? He's missing in action here.
He's sleeping.
Where are you, Evan?
With school, it's kind of hard, and I understand that. I do see what's that? Tinker Lincoln or something like that. Thank you for coming on. I saw you on TikTok and liking us. I appreciate that. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much.
Yeah. What up,
Sean? Sean Browning. Want to say hello to Sean Browning? It's in the house.
You can't see him.
Yeah.
I can't
How
see
y'all
you.
Let's
Sean, I can't see you. You got to undo it so I can see you.
There we go.
There, now I see you. Okay, you undo it.
Oh, I love that laugh. Let's go, baby. I got to wake everybody up. The Yankees are going to be on in 2 hours, baby.
Yell.
1 o'clock is the game, right?
1
Yeah,
o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yep.
And they got Austin Wells leading on.
1 o'clock.
Austin Wells will be leading off, baby.
I'm
Let's
getting
go.
more coffee. I'll be right
Let's go.
Somebody got the lineup. I know it was submitted on there. I just can't pull it up on my phone.
I sent the lineup in the group chat.
Okay.
What can we call you, Tinkalink? Link-a-link?
Is that right? Link?
Okay, Link.
Am I saying it
Got
right?
it, Link?
Link.
Link-a-tinkalink. Tinkalink.
But yeah, I mean it's good that Yankee Fever's are, right here, right? But also, how about them ladies of USA? I mean, I that was what a comeback, First Hillary Knight,
shout out to Hillary Knight, and then Megan Keeler. Shout out to Megan.
Yeah, and
then also shout out to I forgot her name, but there was the first black female to win the gold medal with Team USA.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I
forget her name too, but yeah, this was her first Olympics with the team, and there's a lot of good things, and then what's her name in the figure skating? Won gold in the freestyle free skating thing, but yeah, it's exciting. And then now the men, they get to play the semifinal against Slovakia.
Slovakia, yes.
Yeah, if they win it. Oh wait, this is not for the gold medal game. This is for the.
No, this is the semifinal. If they win this, they go to the gold medal match. If they lose the semi, they go to the bronze match.
Yep.
Wait, they're gonna have souvlaki for lunch? Did I hear that correct?
Oh,
so they're facing Slovakia. They're facing Slovakia.
I know.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, but no, I just ate. So guess what?
Yeah.
I'm like, do I want more food?
I'm gonna go to Hungry to eat hungry food. So.
I know, right?
Right.
Well, you can always get the Hungry Man.
Wow, hungry.
Really? Johnny, what channel are you on through the game?
Right here, NY Yankee Mania. I was just going to respond, but right here.
You think I'm going to promote another channel?
Right here.
It's our channel. We're promoting.
Oh, that was the thank you, Nosebleed.
So, guys, whoever's in the chat, please subscribe to NY Mania Entertainment. My team and I shared the link this morning on Twitter and Instagram story. Go subscribe to the new channel that Johnny made, which is remarkable.
I like what Wendy said. This channel's on fire. This channel's on fire.
Oh yeah, no, that's a lot of things.
That was the worst Alicia Keys impression I've ever heard.
I think there's an issue going on with YouTube right now because
there is,
I also made a couple of comments on other channels and they immediately disappeared. And it's not the mods getting rid of them. It's like I
you
never.
know what they're trying to tell you? Don't go against Yankee Mania.
Exactly.
What's the matter with you?
Exactly.
Well, unfortunately, it was affecting Real Bill P.
I felt bad. I like Real Bill.
This
That's my
morning.
guy. But
we love Real
we
Bill.
love you, man.
know
It
how much
wasn't.
we
You
care
weren't doing
about
anything.
him.
Actually, Johnny, that happened to me a couple times. When I try to comment, it says it couldn't go through.
Yes.
So,
Or I'll comment and it'll disappear. So
I've had that glitch where it'll be like subscriber mode, and then it'll just keep me from chatting.
Yep.
Never go against NY Yankee Mania.
Oh no, man.
Oh no, I think
no, bozo.
Life, man.
You know that it's a no, bozo.
I think it's the Gotti payment.
But the Yankees are back. The Yankees are back. The Yankees are back.
The one thing that I would like everyone to do, I don't want to hear anything about running it back. It's starting right now. It's starting today. No running it back unless
it's right in front of us.
After the season is over, then we can talk about it. But that's it. Not now. It's right. They're starting today. It's a clean slate. After the season, let's talk about that. There you go. So now you have a buffer. You have enough time to talk about it.
So what I said earlier with Sean was, if you want to go, Sean, I'll go right after.
Go ahead.
So what I said was, we don't know what's going to happen in 2027. So let's take every single moment, in spring training, regular season, and in the postseason, and let's enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we may not do the best. I mean, maybe we might lose games, but let's take, that home run from Aaron Judge, that amazing play from Ryan McMahon. Let's take every little moment and enjoy it because we don't know what's going to happen. Let's enjoy baseball.
So apparently the new guy that's taken over for Tony Clark has never done this before. But let's see what happens here. I do feel confident that the deal might get done with this new person, and we just have to see how he does it. But I don't think the players will want to talk about this now because they want to focus on the season. So they lost their opportunity during the offseason to talk about it. But now with the season coming up soon and the spring training games coming, I don't see the players talking about a new deal anytime soon. Maybe during the All-Star break, maybe they come together just to have a meeting and see what happens. But as of now, no deal and no meeting, in my opinion, because obviously all these teams and players are getting ready for the season, and a lot of things are happening now. If they want to talk, they would have talked during the all season, but no one did. No one talked. So I expect them to talk maybe during the All-Star break. That's the only time I can see it happening, to talk, have a meeting. So
yeah, no, I agree. It's gonna be a crazy fight. That's why like I've been saying on this channel for a long time, embrace it, enjoy it, and it's gonna be our crown jewel, because every day that passes, we get closer to, unfortunately, a lockout. And if you really don't believe that's going to happen, you're fooling yourself. I hate downer, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go too deep right now. I want to enjoy this New York Yankees season.
Yeah, Joe, I gotta drop soon. But before I go, guys, don't forget Monday. My team and I booked American Idol contestant and Seagirt, New Jersey cop. Julia Sienna should be coming on the show at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, live from Hollywood, because on the same day, Monday night, the Hollywood round starts at 8 p.m. So glad that my team and I can help out with that. And please get your questions ready for Julia. It's going to be a fun one on Monday on the entertainment show. She is such an inspiration. I was on the phone with her a couple of days ago, and she told me that her phone is blowing up by the minute. Being on the American Idol and being able to work with Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lorraine Ritchie. Three legends there, and also Ryan Seacrest. So she's really looking forward to this interview, and she has other interviews lined up. So for her to pick this one is really cool. So guys, take advantage of it. Get your questions ready for Monday, and like I said, she's really looking forward to it, and it should be a fun one.
Yes, and I really do believe that. So that is awesome, and we can't wait. And we thank Nitin and his Sports Rush and all of his mentors so much. Thank yous. We have there's not enough love we can give them for what they're doing for our channel. That now we're in channel number 2, and it's just an amazing feat. It's an amazing time with some very, very exciting people that we have on staff and more to come. So thank you, everyone. Really, it means a lot to us. So just quickly, some final thoughts real fast, everyone, as we're getting close.
Yeah, I'll go first because I got to drop, so I'll go first. So I just want to say shout out to Johnny, Chef Johnny and Sean for the opening monologue for the show, and then Chef Nick, Joe, you did a great job with our client Jess. So you guys, everybody did a great job here. Shout out to the chat for interacting with them. Please continue liking and subscribing to this channel, and subscribe to our Job in the Mouth show. Please continue subscribing to that. And a lot of big things happening with our nation's best company, and also a lot of things happening all at once. So stay tuned, more to come. Let's go Yankees. Looking forward to Johnny's first play-by-play call. I think he's going to kill it. So guys, go to it. Don't watch any network. Watch this one, NY Yankee Mania. We'll have you all updated for the game, and looking forward to it. Chaz is in the lineup. Boston Wells is in the lineup. So it should be fun. So looking forward to the game. So
am I going to call a home run today? That's just it. It's starting.
Do you have a feeling in your arm, Joe?
Let's go.
Yeah, I do have a big feeling. I swear to God. Before, when I went like this, I went, ouch. But it's a nice pain. It's not a bad pain.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you guys later.
All right, Nathan. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you, Nathan. Good to see you, man.
We'll see you later for the NBA show.
Joe, are you sure you don't want to go see a doctor? I mean, it's a good game.
I am good. This only happens for baseball. This only happens for baseball.
Okay.
Nick, Johnny, Shauna, let's go!
You forgot the
Opa.
There you go, Sean.
Opa.
Yeah, right. No, it's Opa, not Upa. Not Upa Lupa. It's Opa. You gotta say
Opa.
Opa. Give me an A, give me an O, give me an L, or you got AOL. No, just all right.
You got mail.
Your final words.
Oh man.
No, guys, it's been great. It's been a crazy week, but it's been a good, crazy week. Guys, continue to check out. It was a great interview with Jess. She was awesome. So was Chef Nick and Joe. And, everything was awesome lately this week. But, yes, Yankee baseball. As the Olympics are wrapping up, baseball's getting started. And so, hey, I'm just excited. We get to watch Yankees baseball. Johnny, you're going to kill it in a play-by-play. And we already know Joe's going to be great.
I am.
Yeah. Come on.
Be fine.
Well, you know how many times we're going to hear 2 and 2 and how do you do?
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, y'all. You're watching NY Yankee Mania, where we get motivated about the sports we talk about. We're passionate sports and real life talk. You're watching NY Yankee Mania. Hit the like and subscribe.
Love it.
This is Johnny Salami from NY Yankee Mania. Like and subscribe.
You know it.
Now it's you. So it's you two with the final thoughts, and then we're going to go to the chefer. So go ahead.
So
are you done, Sean, or are you?
Nah, yeah.
All right. So shut up.
I got the message.
No, just kidding.
What?
All right, Johnny Salami.
All right, Johnny.
It's yours.
hey, baseball is upon us, and it's exciting. A couple hours away, and we're gonna be tune in right here at NY Yankee Mania. We will do the play-by-play coverage of the Yankees' first spring training game of 2026. Orioles versus Yankees. Let's go, Yankees. I'm excited. Let's take this in. Let's enjoy every moment of baseball because we don't know what's going to happen next year. Let's make it happen. Let's go, Yankees.
Nice. Okay. And who is next?
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself or reintroduce myself. My name is Chef Nick. I am here for you. This is NY Yankee Mania. NY Mania for the entertainment purposes. Please smash, like, punch, stomp, jump on the like button, subscribe, share. Please do any domestic violence as you can in a polite way. You guys are the savages in the NY Yankee Mania. I am your chef to your savage to your cabbage. I will shred you like coleslaw. Let's do this. You guys are my rock stars. You guys are my chefs. Love you all. Let's rock on. We got this, baby. Chef's kiss, baby. Let's do this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for the opening monologue today. That was awesome. Very good introduction into the interview. Thank you, Jess, for coming on. Thank you, Nathan, for having her on. Great interview. Thank you guys for coming back on. And Johnny, you are going to kill it, baby. I'll try my best to join. It's going to be a little hard, but I'm going to try to rah-rah you any moment that I can. So Johnny, hit it really. What are you doing?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Taking your throat?
That's what Joe's doing. I guess he's trying to fix his imaginary bow tie or something.
No, he has to explain what he's doing. So.
I'm getting my voice ready for the New York Yankees.
Okay. We thought we had like an imaginary tie.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that once the stream's off. I'm gonna be like,
I know, right? Free girl.
Yeah. Anyway, Johnny, you hit it on the head perfectly with that. Yes, let's enjoy every play, every spring training game, every action, every defensive stop, any home run, every hit. Today starts a clean slate. We can definitely talk about running it back after the season ends, depending where they are at. Yes, and I'm not saying to get mad. I'm not saying to get emotional, get nervous, or disappointed, frustrated. If they're on a losing streak, if they're not doing well, of course, that comes with the territory of being a fan, and of course, comes with the territory of being a fan to cheer them on, to be happy for them if they're going on a winning streak. If Judge's on a tear, just all that stuff combined. But so let's get it, man. Today is it's a very exciting day. And I can't wait to restart my not my monologue, but the Chef Nick's closing statements, which is 4 hours long. So get ready for that. I'm kidding. No, it's not gonna be that long. No, but yeah, good to see everyone. And I'll definitely see everyone later. And we have a full day today. So NY Yankee Mania, NY Mania for entertainment purposes. Get it right, baby. Let's do this. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Nick, thank you. That's a great lead-in. I do want to say, first of all, everyone, don't forget about the show later on, which we'll promote, of course, during the Yankee game, which is our NBA preview of the week and what's going on in the NBA. That's at 8:00 Eastern Time live with Chef Nick and Evan and Nathan. And also right after that, it's going to be myself and Chef Nick with the membership show. We have some stuff we want to tell you, and very, very exciting. So every day is getting better and better as we get closer to this New York Yankee journey of winning World Series number 28. So we thank you, everyone. We love each and every one of you. Please don't forget to subscribe to both channels. I know it's a little bit of a pain, but if you can do that right away, you never have to do it again. You get all the notifications, and we really, really appreciate it. We love you to no end. And when I mean that from the bottom of our hearts here at NY Mania, at Yankee Mania, Sean, Johnny, Chef Nick, Nitin, Jess, everybody, I can't thank you enough. I send hugs all around, and thank you again. God bless you all. God bless America. Let's go Yankees. We will see you around 12:55 with the lineups and ready to go with Johnny Salami's debut calling play-by-play with us. Take care. Thank you, everyone.